Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on a patio. Tonight, smoking my Morgan Bones Blackjack. This is the Professor. Great pipe. Great pipe. And in it, I'm smoking some Kindle Cream from Samuel Gawith. Kindle Cream Flake. Just a wonderful blend. It's a little bit chilly out here tonight, but not too bad. I forgot to bring a drink out. Oh well. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. We had a good one here. Spent the day going through stuff in the garage, last of the stuff in the garage, straightening out my toolbox, my tool chest, and going through some boxes of tools that were my father-in-law's, and pulling out what I'm going to take with me, and putting the other stuff in a box. And it's been a long overdue process to go through those tools, and he had just every kind of tool you could imagine and 4 of them, and so I'm talking just hand tools, like screwdrivers, sockets, wrenches, that kind of stuff. And I had my own tool chest full of tools, and so a lot of the tools that were his, I'm not gonna take, because they were not quality tools, most of them. Anything he had that was Snap-on or anything like that, I'm taking those. But a lot of them were just Harbor Freight tools and Huskies and stuff like that. So I'm doing, my tool chest will have all of my good stuff in it, and then I have a small three drawer Craftsman toolbox that I'll put a set of everything in that. So I have if I ever need to go somewhere, I can grab that and take it with me. And I'll have all the tools I need in that as well. With the And I love doing this kind of stuff. I love going through tools. I just love going through tools because you never know what you're going to find. And there's always something I don't have that, he's always got stuff I don't have. And he worked on airplanes a lot, so he has a lot of stuff that I will never, ever, ever use. But he's got a lot of things that I have use for that I don't have. So there's just so much. But I gave my nephew 3 toolboxes full of tools. And all of my big shop tools, my table tools, he's got himself a nice little shop going now. Had we had a place to put those tools, I could have taken them with me now, but I'm not gonna. I'd have to buy rent a storage place to put them in. I'm not gonna do that. So he'll use them, and that's where I want them to be. So I hadn't used them in quite a while, so it's been a few years since I've done any woodworking. So when we get to Virginia, I'll get a buffing wheel, and that's about the only thing I'll really need, so I can just keep my pipes and stuff in order. And then I got all my, sanders and Dremels and circular saws and all that kind of stuff that I have, and saber saws and just looking forward to having a place again where I could set up a little shop, and won't be at this first place we're living, but when we get our own place, I hope to have a little shop area where I can work on things and sit out at my workbench and that was how I used to spend my New Year's Eve, was out in the garage at my workbench. I'd open the garage door, sit out in the garage at my workbench, have the radio going, and I'd sit out there from 9 in the evening till 1, 2 at night, 2 in the morning, just working on little things or That's how I always spent New Year's Eve. I never, I think I went out one time for New Year's Eve in my entire life. Usually I just sat in my garage. Denny and the girls would watch the ball drop on TV or whatever, and I'd just hang out in the garage at my workbench and either read stuff or it was a time of year where I would always, do maintenance on my tools and clean them and oil them and so I will miss that at this new house that we're renting in Virginia. I won't have a workbench area. I kind of wanted to bring my workbench that I built, but I don't think I'm going to bring it. I don't have any place to put it in this house that we're renting. Or I would. So I'm pretty darn proud of that bench because I made that thing from scratch, no plans. Just went and bought some 2x4s and some couple of 4x4s for the legs. Put a sheet of fiberboard on top and then put wood 1x4s, 1x6s on top of that. Screwed that all down. Actually, I think it was 1x4s. I'm not sure. I have to go look at it. I think it was 1x6s actually. That thing was stout. Is stout. You can't even move it. No rock on it, no nothing. It was just perfect. I had a little spot in it where you could put a spool of fishing line and reel that off on your reel. Two ways to do it. You could do a flat for a spinning rod and straight up and down, so you just roll it right off onto a bait caster. I had that thing just set up for everything. Dowled it. Good time spent out at that desk when the kids were little. The girls were little. I bought them their own little toolboxes, and they had hammers and pliers, and they'd come out in the garage with me, and we'd actually build things together. And I built them a little kitchen in their bedroom so that they wanted to have a kitchen in their bedroom, so I built one for them with that had a sink in it and a little stove for them, and it was neat. Cupboards, and went to IKEA and got dishes, and they had so much fun at that little kitchen in their bedroom. They were always coming out and wanting to work in the garage. We built a big old marble table, and we'd play marbles in the garage out there. And we had so much fun doing that. I don't even know if they remember that, but they were so little. I had a bunch of marbles and built a big round, 4-foot round marble table for it, and with side walls so that the marbles would go flying all over the place. It would, they'd roll off the table and onto the outer table of it, and walls would catch it, and everything was right there for you. We had so much fun playing marbles. Yeah, good times. All right, guys. I will catch y'all later. Hope y'all have a good Sunday. God bless.